It's Madden NFL 23. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Jags and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And yes, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year. An open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule because I know our guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Watson now to throw. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having their linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Equanimous St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop it.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st down, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
A give, running right is Akers.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get rid of team from the quarterback because they can throw it all the time. You just still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Open man there is Collins, complete.
A big play that time for Jacksonville. 42 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. So always timing works. If the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, this will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's time to get real quick and go to the defense. They played that very well because of the drag route. He ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Equanimous St. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the... They will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here on target to Hurst. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. It's a room to maneuver. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Once more, ETN. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Etienne, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second down and 8.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Watson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Watson's throw taken in by Collins.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Jackson now. That is taken in by Hurst. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Jackson on first down.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the red zone now. Here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal roll.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he will be able to recover this himself to prevent a wacky ending here, but that will be how this first half comes to an end.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
On first down, McKinnon again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He'll try again.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are back within a score.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Illegal touching. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw, Watson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
I need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. There he goes, right side. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From just shy of midfield, Watson is going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Akers is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Akers again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Second down, McKinnon. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 69 yards on the ground. ETN up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A give. It's ETN off the option. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Oh, the return is Jones. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Rolling to his right. Martin brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Another one caught by Collins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. It's his 9th rushing touchdown on the year and 11th overall. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the JAX take over in terrific field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
I'm really out for blood this time. Look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the pause. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Like they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form should prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the eyes, still applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Apply pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build